Hello, everyone. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. Believe me, I'm behind editing, but I will get them done as soon as possible. I just got back from Atlanta yesterday. Plus, I'm really tired. But I was thinking about something this morning. I was thinking about something earlier today when I was in Greensboro, and I was thinking about something. I was chatting with a guy a few weeks back about he has this issue. I'm not going to mention his name, but shout out to you. But he talks about how nervous he gets when he sees a woman that he's attracted to and he wants to approach her, but he's so nervous and scared to do it. Now, this is I can relate to what he's feeling, going through, and I've been in that situation myself. Especially when I was in college, when I was in my early 20s, teens and early 20s. I started college when I was 19. So I can remember being throughout college how there were women that I wanted to talk to, but I just didn't know what to say. I always thought it was rejection, but as I look back on it, it was not really rejection. People will say, well, you'll get your confidence when you leave high school. You'll get your confidence up, and women will start liking you. That's a lie. That's nothing more than fucking bullshit. Because when girls become women, they're self they have more of a false sense of self. They have more of a false sense of entitlement. They demand shit. They want more shit for nothing. They're selfish. They're cruel. They're mean, and got a nasty attitude. And they're a complete bitch. Most women are. They're self entitled. They have a false sense of entitlement, and they think men owe them something. Excuse me. So their standards go up and up as they get older, until they hit their 30s. Then their standards start to they still be up, but they may take them down if they're really horny at that moment. You just got to be at the right place at the right time. And that's American women for you. But all I can say is I can relate to many guys, who've seen women that they were interested in at that age, especially especially when you're in your 20s, early 20s at that. You see a girl, you see a woman that you're attracted to, a young woman especially. You want to say something to her, but you don't know what to say. You're frozen, you're tongue tied, and you just don't know what to do. Why does that happen? Everybody tells you do this and do that, but most of the people who tell you this bullshit never been through that situation. Or they just give you some cliche advice on what to do, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't, you don't know why you're feeling that way. But I think I know the reason why that happens. It's like I said before, it's the social conditioning. You've been taught that women are superior to you, smarter than you, more mature than you, and they can do no wrong. And you got to understand women, and you just don't understand women. And the whole understanding women part is fucking bullshit, because women are not complicated. Got a separate video I got to do on understand why should men understand women, because there's no benefit to understanding a woman when the bitch ain't gonna fucking like you to begin with. You know what I mean? If women were so superior to guys, if women were so superior to men, they would be easily understood. They would not be complicated and fucked up in the head. People who are superior to somebody are not complicated. They're easy to please. That's where men fall in line in. You can take that as a sexist statement, but that's just the reality, and that's just tough shit if you don't like the truth. Women are not complicated creatures. Women have been programmed to think a certain way and behave a certain way, to be confused and retarded as fuck, and psychologically disturbed, and pathological liars and manipulators. You understand what I'm saying? Comprende? You know, hold on. Excuse me. Understanding women is very easy. All you got to do is go by their actions, not what they say. They always women don't know what the fuck they want. They don't know what the fuck they need. They're just going by what they've been programmed to want. I'll tell you what they've been told to, what they fuck. I'll tell you what most women have been told to desire and want is money, a good-looking guy, tall, light-skinned, with a tan guy. That means tall, dark, and handsome. That's what I mean when I say that. And is popular. And got fame, and got women wanting them, They got women, and that guy has a bunch of women wanting him. That's what they want. It's common sense when you really think about it. Don't try to figure out women. If you try to figure out a woman, she's crazy. She's been told to be crazy, to be complicated and confused. That's just another way to tell you that women are children. And that they're not accountable for their shit. Well, women don't know no better. They're complicated. They got emotional problems and blah, 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 blase, blase, blase. And I call bullshit. Most women know what the fuck they're doing. Or should I say some. Some women know what the fuck they're doing. And they know they're trying to, they're confused. They're emotional, irrational creatures. They use that to get out of responsibility, but they know what the fuck they're doing. They're logical creatures, okay? They're not illogical creatures, okay? I hate it when people say that shit. They always use logic to justify doing some bad shit and doing some dumb shit and doing some evil, wicked shit, especially to a man. You know, just judge a woman based on her actions and you'll be fine. Now back on the subject, why is it that most men get tongue-tied and get scared as hell to approach a woman? And I hate it when people always say, well, the worst thing she can do is say no. That is the problem. She's going to say no to your ass. That's the fucking problem. How do you get more yeses than nos? That's the question. Nobody knows that question unless you are a good-looking man and got an X factor and got fame, status, popularity, and got a lot of money and you're popular with women. And you are what they want. Women go by what they want and like what they see. They go by looks too. A lot more than we do. All you got to do is you see more men with fat women than the other way around. You don't see a lot of fat men with a lot of beautiful women unless the man got money, unless he's a bad boy, unless he got some swag going on he got something going on for himself. That's the only time it's a select few of those men who are overweight can get a beautiful woman. But if you're an average regular guy and you're overweight or you're just fat, or just skinny or scrawny, you're out of luck. If you're not the right perfect body type, you can forget it. You know what I mean? I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to get y'all to understand why this is happening. If you watch the 6-hour video of, I think, what was it, Mark Passo or something like that, or Mark Palazzo. I don't know his name, but his name is Mark. If you watch Mark's video, Mark Passo's video, I think that's his name. In that 6-hour video that I favored it in my YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel. about why women are the way they are is because they've been programmed to think a certain way. They've been programmed to think that they're superior to men. That's why they think they can treat men any old kind of way, talk to most men any old kind of way, talk to a man any old kind of way, in a rude, disrespectful, mean, condescending, bitchy ass manner, and then they wonder why they get shot and killed and raped. I'm not saying that's the solution, but goddamn, them bitches they had it coming. Women are nothing more than spoiled brats with a false sense of entitlement that think men owe them something. Men owe them this, owe them that, owe them a living, especially owe them resources that they can get on their own now. It's fucking bullshit. The reason why most guys are tongue-tied and scared shitless and got social anxiety, approaching women, is not because of rejection. I mean, it's because those guys have been rejected previously before. But now it gets tougher for them to approach women and get the confidence up. And like I said before, confidence is fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It has nothing to do with attracting women. Feeling good about yourself, loving yourself, thinking positive, being positive has nothing to do with getting a woman in your life. Just guys who are fucking negative and fucking evil as fuck and fucking degenerates and losers and are getting pussy left and right. So the confidence is fucking bullshit. Like I said many times, and I'm going to keep saying that shit until you fucking get it. So you people understand and accept the truth. The reason why most men feel the way they feel and they can become more fearful of women, even though they have been turned down before, or hardly, or never, even guys who just rarely approach women, but they have been turned down before many times, because you don't have to approach a woman to get stereotyped out. It's all about how women perceive you and treat you, how they talk to you, how they look at you. And when they give you the look, and you know what I'm talking about. If you're a TFLer, you know what I'm talking about when they give you the look of, you better not come near me. You better not look at me. Or why are you looking at me? Kind of look. You know, those looks. You are being turned down by even before you even open your mouth and even approach her. So I'm like, so there's no way of getting around that. If a woman stereotypes you out from 1 to 5 seconds, she already did it. Even if you're not interested in the girl, there's women who I have never been interested in, and they stereotyped me out from 1 to 5 seconds and had this attitude that I wanted them when I fucking didn't. You know, most men do not want to be embarrassed, do not want to be clowned, insulted, humiliated, disrespected, and encounter a mean, bitchy, nasty attitude having bitch who treats them like shit. I'll say it again. Men do not want to encounter a woman who's rude, condescending, mean, hurtful, and is nasty towards us. That's the bottom line. Men do not want to be humiliated, be ridiculed, be cut down, be insulted, and encounter a woman being mean and nasty towards him, and making that woman making him feel bad about himself, and especially hurting his feelings in public, because men have feelings too. I mean, for anybody to just be outright mean and disrespectful and nasty and condescending and just go out their way to hurt another human being's feelings and make them feel bad about themselves, or just don't acknowledge them and make them feel less than human, that person's a piece of shit. And whatever happens to that motherfucker, whether they get a bullet or get their ass beat or get acid thrown in their fucking face, they deserve it. Well, I don't want to hear people saying, well, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Fuck that bullshit. 2 wrongs do make it right sometimes. Sometimes what you think is the right reaction, the first reaction is the right reaction. It's all about instinct. What you think that person retaliating is not a wrongful act. That's the right act. I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm not saying you should you should curse out somebody, you should beat up somebody, nor you should kill somebody and shoot them with a fucking gun or stab them with a fucking knife. I'm just saying, you cannot treat people like shit and expect no negative consequences to come with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I was in the mall, I mean, there were some women that, you know, that were looking at me, and I was looking back, and I wanted to say something, but I know at the end of the day, after I opened my mouth and after I had to lead the conversation, and the same thing happened to me when I was at that business event in Atlanta. You know, women wanted me to approach them, introduce myself, say this and say that. And and it's frustrating because of the fact that women, if you're interested in a guy, why can't you just say hi? Or if you want to talk to a guy, why don't you just say, hi, how you doing? How's your day going? What's so hard about that? Why does a man gotta do all the initiating? You got a mouth, you can talk. You got 2 legs, and you got 2 arms. You can use them. Use them. Why don't you share your life? Why don't you talk about what you're about? Why don't you have something? Why don't you bring something to the fucking table? Why don't you do something that makes a man want to approach you instead of trying to act like you're not interested when you are interested? You follow what I'm saying. You know, and when I was in the mall, but these 2 girls, one was in the hood. I can tell they were hood rats, but they kind of look good. But they got some, the only reason why I wanted to say something, but she was there was like the mother, and she had 2 daughters who were around their late 20s and early 30s. But one of them had a bunch of tattoos, but she had pretty feet, and the other one had pretty feet. But I really wanted to say something. Not going to go into what I really wanted to do, but the thing is, they saw me, and I saw them. Instead of like, at least making themselves look approachable, or just saying hi or waving. No, they didn't do none of that. They try to act like I wasn't there. And it's like, you women want to put on this fucking bitch shield, and you want a guy to break you down and make you all vulnerable and all that shit, and make you cry and all that crap. Men ain't doing that shit. Let you break you down and talk game, and so you can lower your guard because you've been hurt in the past, and convince you that. And you want men to convince you, to you women, that I'm not that guy. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm not that guy. Why do I gotta prove to you that I'm not that fucking thug that you fucking were messing with? Or that fucking bad boy that broke your heart that you chose. You chose wrong. No, you gotta deal with the consequences and repercussions for your fuck ups. There was another woman. She was light skinned and had hazel eyes and braids. And she had pretty toes. But her face was beautiful. But she looked at me, walked by me, then she walked to the other direction, then she looked, then I looked back. But the thing was, it's like, I can tell when a woman has an initial interest, but at the same time, it's like, why do I gotta break my butt just to approach you? Because you think because a woman showed you some signs that she's interested in you. No, she can be interested in you within seconds, but the minute you get near to her face, she can still stereotype you out for 1 to 5 seconds, blatantly. you may get in, but after you talk with her, if she don't like what you're talking about and doesn't like what you're about, you can forget it. I mean, why should I approach her and make and initiate and put my feelings out there and be vulnerable to her when she's not going to be vulnerable and put her feelings out there for me in return? You know what I mean? I mean, come on. I mean, it's one sided. I mean, and it's like, even if those women were interested in me, why should I go over there when I'm going to get rejected? And if I ask for their number or they want to find out more about me, I got to tell them if they don't like what they heard about me or what I said or what I did during the conversation, it's all over for me. I don't got no option. They got the option. So basically, no matter what you do as a man, if you don't talk to them, you're out. If you talk to them, you're out. So basically, this is the problem. This is what happens when you have feminism that has destroyed men and female relationships. The powers that be are responsible for this disconnect. And to be honest with you, me being interested in those females, I wasn't interested in going out with them or anything like that. Just wanted to have a nice chat. But a lot of women will take that, oh, he's interested in me. He wants to get in my panties. No, he just wants to have a nice chat. So basically, you got a lot of women who are fucking arrogant and think that's all men want is one thing, and that's not true. See, all this social conditioning has fucked shit up. And women don't want to put themselves out there. The only time they want to put themselves out there, if you are Brad Pitt, unless you're Denzel Washington, Tyson Beckford, George Clooney, you name it. Unless you are a famous male celebrity and you got looks, stats, fame, and money, then they will approach you and talk to you and have a conversation with you and talk about doing some nasty, dirty shit that they wouldn't even do to the average guy. But if you're the regular guy like myself and other guys, you can forget it. The only reason why I didn't pursue that conference, pursue those females in that mall in Greensboro, is because of the fact that I didn't want to get turned down. And plus, I don't want to break the ice and chip away at something when they're not worth talking to. It's because one thing about when I listen to Black Man Vent, when Quest said, it's like when Quest 07 said, why do I gotta approach you to get the ball rolling when you choose to do nothing to make yourself worthy of being that man's time? It's a waste of time to talk to women. Because all you're gonna do is you can be possibly charged with stalking, possibly charged with harassment, or she could just use that I have a boyfriend, or if she has a boyfriend, he can be lurking around and want to beat you up just for saying hi, or kill you, or she can be married, but she might be cheating for male attention. I mean, it's just not worth the risk. You know what I mean? It's just not worth the risk. It's not worth a man's time and energy and resources talking to a woman or talking to a woman and asking her out. It's just fucking pointless. Because the man gotta do it all. He gotta do all the approaching. He gotta do all the initiating. And if he does one bad move, wrong move, it's over. What does she have to do? Nothing. Does she have to understand you? No. Does she have to do anything to get you to be interested? No. Does she do anything to convince you, hey, I'm not like the other women, hey, I'm different? No, every woman thinks that they're different, but they think the same damn way. And they play the same damn game. So it's just not fucking worth it. Also, I want to say is this to you guys. I mean, you got to stop caring about what women think about you. I didn't care about what those women think about, thought about me. It's just the fact that I have to break my neck just to put myself out there, and they're not going to put themselves out there. It's fucking pointless. Because most women think they can talk to a man any old kind of way. They think they can be rude, condescending, mean, disrespectful, and practice bad manners and insult you and humiliate you and hurt your feelings and make you feel bad about yourself, and then they get a big old power trip and think, oh, I felt big hurting that man today. But they don't know that once that man pulls out that shotgun and shoots and kills them, then they wonder why. You cannot treat people like shit and expect, you cannot treat people like crap and expect to you women out there, you cannot treat people and talk to men any old kind of way and expect not to deal with the consequences and repercussions of that man's wrath. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what people need to do is treat people the way they want to be treated. Women, if you're interested in a man, it's okay to say, I'm interested in you. I want to talk to you. We don't bite, okay? Always I want to tell the guys is that the way to handle it, man, you got to be selective. If a woman's not initiating or not, it's just better to let a woman talk to you first. You know, it's just doing these cold approaches is just bad for your self-esteem. Because all you're going to do is get heartache, pain, and suffering, and mental fucked up damages, and just lose your confidence. It's just not worth the time and energy. Well, all I'm also going to tell you guys is this. If you see a woman, if you want to talk to her, do it at your own risk. But stand up for yourself if she's out of pocket. Put her back in pocket. Okay? If a woman does show, if you feel a woman is interested in you, go for it. But if she isn't, if she ain't trying to meet you halfway, do not approach her. Because I remember when Quest 07 said to this chick, he's from Black Man Vent, shout out to you. He told this woman like that. This woman was looking at him. He looked at her back. He approached her and said, "You and I have no future together. How can I respect you and take you seriously when you see me? You know you're interested in me, but you don't say shit. How can I honor that? How can we as men honor that if these women are interested in us, but they don't want to do nothing about it? They want us to do all the initiating. My thing is, the best way to approach a woman is she talks to you first, or she shows some signs, or says hi, or waves to you, and showing that she's interested. It's let her initiate the first conversation. Then make your move. That's all I gotta say. You have a good day. Peace.